Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have a back to school Q&A. I posted on my Instagram asking you to send me questions about if I have any confessions about school, tips on anything, and just things school related. Now I know that it is just the beginning of August, but I wanted to start these videos early because this is my favorite time of the year. That was sarcasm. No, but if I'm being completely 100% honest with you guys, my experience from school was not the worst. Like, I didn't get bullied or anything. Hate's a strong word. I disliked very much. And I hate to fit in with that whole I hate school group because I know almost everybody says that they hate school. But for me, it was not school itself. Like, I honestly enjoyed not going. I liked writing. I liked doing essays, believe it or not. I didn't mind the work itself. So school in general is fine. It's just the people in it that made it such an unenjoyable experience for me. I'm just very independent when it comes to working, and I just like being by myself and doing things alone. So cyber school is way more for me. For those of you who are new or don't know, I did my first 3.5 years of high school in public school, and then I switched to cyber school halfway through my junior year, and I'm currently a senior now. I feel like the age group of my viewers are high schoolers or people just going into high school, and the number one comment I get on my videos is to give tips now that I am finally on my last year of high school, and just to share what I've learned throughout my years. So I have gotten quite a few responses that I will be answering today. The first question asks, did you ever get bullied for having a YouTube channel? I never really got bullied. I got picked on a couple of times, but it wasn't like anything that was repetitive or really serious or that I took to heart. It was kind of just people like yelling something in the hall, and then like that was it. So I did get, like, I guess, picked on. What was the most embarrassing thing that happened to you during school? I have a whole story time video on this, my first day of high school ever, freshman year. I'll link it down below. If you're interested in what it is, you can go find out for yourself. But besides that one time, I'm sure there were other things that happened. I just can't think of them right now, because whenever somebody asks me that question, my brain automatically goes to that one experience just because it was the most embarrassing and it just overrides all the other ones. Are you going back to school for senior year? No, I am staying in cyber for my last year of high school, as I mentioned in the intro. I feel like it is way easier for me personally. I learn a lot better, I work a lot better. I can just focus and concentrate so much better. Tips for high school. This is the most common question that I get asked. I feel like anytime somebody asks me this, I always go to the same answer, but it's the biggest tip I can give anybody going into high school, or if you're in high school. It's just a really good piece of information to know, is to just stay in your own lane. Don't try and get in anybody else's business, anybody else's drama. Just don't include yourself in anything that you're not in. At least that's what I've personally learned from my years of high school. I know I'm not going to get involved in anything. I know I'm not going to get in trouble with anybody. If you were running late for school, what are 2 things you couldn't leave without? My phone, and this is gonna sound ridiculous, but some mascara, just because it's quick and easy to grab if I'm running late, and I could just put it on like on the bus or when I get there or something. Ever been in a fight? I have actually never been in a fight during school. I was actually very close to it one time, and I definitely would have if she wouldn't have backed out. But we're not gonna mention names, we're not gonna call out. Have you ever skipped class? If so, how did it go and why did you do it? I have skipped class before, and one time, the last time, it did not go good because I got caught and I got an ISS, which is in-school suspension. And the reason why I did it was because I had a rover block, which is basically like a study hall. It's not a class, you don't do anything or learn anything in it, so it wasn't like I was missing out on a test or any important information that I needed to know. How we got caught was actually really unfortunate. The security guard was actually looking for somebody else and just happened to find us in the bathroom stall. So, that was really unlucky. The other times that I skipped, I never skipped an actual class like math or history. I only ever skipped study halls, river blocks, and I would skip the school pep rallies just because I never really liked them or found them interesting. Favorite class and why? My favorite subject is definitely math. I loved trigonometry class. I was always good at doing like formulas and slope and all that kind of stuff, but I'm actually really bad at doing simple math like my times tables and division. I'm sorry if you hear like that banging noise, but the next question asks, do you use Snap during the day in school? My school does have a no phone policy. Some teachers are stricter than others, but most of my teachers didn't really care if you were on your phone or not. I only ever used my phone though if we were learning about a lesson that I already knew, or if we weren't doing anything. Biggest drama that you've been in? I love you too. And the biggest drama that I've been in, I definitely have one in mind. I don't know if I can share it. Let's just say it was with an ex's girlfriend. Put it that way. I'm starting online this year. What are some tips you have? My biggest tip for online or cyber school is to stay as organized as you can. It is very easy to lose track of what you're doing because you don't have a teacher telling you what to do. You kind of have to do everything by yourself and keep track. So it is best to like write things down in calendars, plan things out, and just try your best to not get behind, because doing online school, it is really easy to just kind of push back your assignments until the very last minute when the due date is here, and then you're stuck and rushing to do everything last minute. And I wish you the best of luck doing online school this year. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. What should I expect going into freshman year? I wouldn't be nervous because I feel like everybody paints freshman year out to be way worse than it actually is. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a big transition going from middle school to high school. It is a bigger league, the people are more mature, but it's okay to be nervous because there's going to be other freshmen there that you can kind of learn and go along with. My overall freshman year wasn't too bad just because I did my own thing, I minded my own business. Any study tips? I don't study. But something that you can do that may help is to just turn off all of your electronic devices. It can help you concentrate, and just it clears away distractions. And also you can just turn on some music if that helps you focus a little bit more. How do you stay organized, take good notes on top of homework and everything? It definitely is a lot to handle and manage all at once. I feel like one good tip that I have for note taking is to color code your things. It can make it a lot easier if you want to find something in specific, or if you want to categorize things when you're studying or looking back at them. This may seem stupid, but just something as simple as having nice handwriting to me is something that will encourage me to take better notes and to just write more. What are the pros and cons of cyber school from your experience? There are definitely some cons of cyber school as much as I talk about how many pros there are. One of the main cons that I could think of is it is just a lot more work itself, and I feel like that's just because you kind of have to do everything yourself, like I mentioned. Sometimes teachers give out note packets with notes already on it for the lesson that you're learning, but for cyber school, you kind of have to write down your own notes and keep yourself organized. Also, another con is nobody's really there to push you to do your work, so it is really easy to let all your assignments kind of get thrown to the side. Sometimes assignments are due by the end of the school day, so you have to have it handed in before you leave, and that really compresses your time. But for cyber school, usually things are due by midnight. But that was never really a problem for me personally, just because I'm very self-driven and I just like getting things done and out of the way, so I'll usually do something the second I'm assigned. Something else that may be a con for other people, but that I don't really mind, is that there is no social interaction, which I'm fine with that, but some people find that a problem, so I guess that could be a bad thing. What are your school pet peeves? By the way, I love you too. And one of my biggest school pet peeves is just those people that walk around like they're the biggest and hottest thing ever, when like, I don't know, I can name a couple of those people right off the top of my head. Did you ever skip school? I mentioned previously in the video that I did skip class before. I did skip school before as well. Once though. Ever been suspended? Yes, I've been suspended before. I've never been expelled or like home written and not allowed to go to school though. What's the best part about homeschool? I definitely think the best one overall is the flexibility and just like making your own schedule. Like, yeah, waking up whenever and having everything on your computer is good and all, but like just doing things at your own time is way better, and it'll just make me work harder on the assignment because I won't feel rushed. Was high school ever hard for you, like drama or just people in general? There was this one point in the end of sophomore year that I was really struggling, and that was just because of one class that I was barely passing. I took this Spanish class and I actually would pay attention. Like, I would take so many notes. My hand would be dead by the end of the class. I paid attention to the videos. I won't go on my phone. I literally wouldn't even take bathroom breaks because I wanted to be so focused and just try my hardest, and I still barely made it. The passing grade is a 60, and I literally, kid you not, I got a 61. Like, it was impossible for me. Like, my brain didn't comprehend a different language. I don't know. What made you hate school the most? Like I mentioned already, definitely the people. The atmosphere wasn't bad, learning wasn't bad, classes weren't bad, my teachers weren't bad. Literally, it was just the people around me, and it just ruined everything. Are you ready for school to start soon? I actually, believe it or not, like the beginning of school just because I like getting myself like all organized, and I get to like get notebooks and stuff and cute pens and all that, but like then after that, I dread it. I am very lucky to be doing cyber school, and it definitely is way better than public, but school is school and it still isn't the best. Worst thing that you've done at school? I wasn't really a bad or trouble kid, honestly. I just went in, did my work, and went out. Besides skipping and everything, probably talking back to a teacher. I would always give respect to my teachers, but there was this one time, it was just, she was getting on my nerves. And the thing is that she wasn't even right about the argument. Like, she swore I didn't come to her classes one day, and I promise you on everything that I was there. I said to her, I was like, I don't know what you want me to do about it, but like, it's not my fault that you didn't see me. And she was like, okay, well, I can't mark you present if I didn't see you. And I was like, okay, it's whatever, bruh. And I sat down. Like, I called my teacher bruh. And I know it's not really a big deal. It was just kind of annoying because I had good attendance in that class, but it's whatever. So the last question asks, have you ever been dress coded? I have been dress coded in middle school, but in high school, I have never been dress coded. They're definitely a lot more lenient in the high school than the middle school. I wore ripped jeans to middle school, and they made me put tape over them. It was ridiculous, and I looked so stupid, but they took it way more serious in middle school. My high school did have guidelines as to what you're allowed and what you're not allowed to wear, but they didn't really follow them or like call you out if you were wearing something you weren't supposed to. I kind of wore whatever I wanted just because my outfits weren't really bad in the first place. Like, you're not supposed to wear flip-flops, and I would do that. Teachers would do that. Like, it wasn't really like anything bad or revealing. And the whole thing about the shorts being like the arm length rule, like, nobody followed that. So yeah, I've definitely broken the dress code before, but I never got called out for it in high school. In middle school, I literally had a pair of jeans with one hole in it, and they made me cover it. The second I walked in school, I thought I was so scandalous, and they were like, no. And they called me in the office, and they put tape over it. So that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also comment down below what grade you are going into in this upcoming year of school. Subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to turn on all of my post notifications so you get a notification in your Dropbox every time I upload a video. And yeah, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and bye guys.